Let's Science is brought to you by the StarQuest Production Network and is made possible by our many generous patrons. If you'd like to support the podcast, please visit sqpn.com/give.
3, 2, 1.
We live in a universe of scientific wonders.
Every day, scientists are inching towards breakthroughs which can change our lives.
We're playing our small part in sharing these wonders with you.
That's why today is a fine day for science.
So let's science.
So, Caroline, I think you were talking about having a Christmas-themed science topic for us this year.
Yes.
All right.
So this is just a
Go for
really
it.
fun one, okay?
Let's do it.
You know, I just thought I would put together some Christmas science facts, and I put them together about the old man himself, Santa, and his reindeer, okay, and just a couple of other things at the end. So let's get into it. So have you ever thought, how does Santa actually deliver the gifts to so many homes in one night?
He has a
Like,
hyperdrive.
let's have a look at the science of this.
Yeah, he's
okay.
got, like Star Wars, he's got a hyperdrive. That's, surely, right?
Well,
Just
that's
zoom.
one theory. Okay. So, but how does he actually do it? So
He outsources to Amazon.
yes, I like
Yeah.
that one. Forget the science
Well,
of
next
it.
day
We're
delivery.
done.
I mean,
Okay,
come
thank
on,
you.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that makes sense. Makes
Yeah,
sense.
no, you're right. We're done. Thank you.
Yeah, done. All right. Well, Merry Christmas, everyone. Enjoy Catholic Survive that next year. We'll be back.
Okay,
Sorry,
so
Caroline,
let's
go
talk
ahead.
about Santa's sleigh
Yeah.
and how he delivers things, okay, in a scientific way. So scientists who have researched this say that Santa actually has about 32 hours on Christmas Eve to deliver the presents to kids all over the earth. So not
Good point.
24, so he's got a bit more.
32. Good point.
So what he does, he starts from the side of New Zealand, Australia. So he could start at 10 p.m. on December 24th at the International Date Line and travel west. That's 24 hours if you go around one way. And that's with the rotating Earth. And then he could reverse course until 6 a.m. on the 25th, which gives him an extra 8 hours.
Ah,
Okay.
perfect.
Oh, wow. That's
So he's got a
mind-blowing.
bit more time than we thought. Okay.
Oh, yeah. Wow.
There you go.
No,
And
no
then-
wonder we don't see him for the next 12 months because that jet lag must be epic. You know, he must be so tired.
Major.
Just rest for
major.
a whole year before doing it again.
Wow.
Exactly.
Yes, definitely. Oh.
And now let's say he only gives gifts to kids aged 0 to 14. So
Okay.
we're cutting down on the population of people a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
He'd still have about 1.93 billion children to visit. So
It's a busy
in
night.
32 hours.
Busy night. Yep.
Okay. Now, let's say he only delivered to kids who celebrated Christmas. Okay. So, you know, some kids don't necessarily celebrate Christmas and don't expect a gift from Santa. So he's
Fair
cutting
enough.
down on number of children there.
Efficient. Yep.
And their number is reduced down to about 603 million children. So we've cut
That's
right
a
down
huge
here.
saving of kids. Yeah,
Yes.
that cuts
Yes.
the workload right down, doesn't it?
That is. But
Yeah.
still, it's millions. So it's still quite a lot. All right.
Still a lot. It's still a lot.
So now, to be able to deliver the gifts to 603 million children in only 32 hours, he'd actually have to travel about 3,000 times the speed of light or 650 miles per second.
Hyperdrive.
Goodness
All
me.
right.
Yeah. Whoa.
So I
hyperdrive,
think
yep,
he
yep.
does have one of those drives, actually,
sure.
Lindsay, because otherwise he couldn't do it. Now, I just
like,
want to
"Okay,
hope
Rudolph,
that
punch
the
it."
sleigh, I just
sorry.
want to hope that he's upgraded the sleigh a bit because if he's traveling at that speed,
Yep.
it'd want to burn up a bit.
Oh, no.
So,
Don't worry.
you know.
Solved it.
Ooh.
He actually has inertial dampeners on the sleigh. So
okay.
he's,
Okay.
it's
Okay.
good.
Okay.
Okay. So that's,
Wow.
thank
wow.
you. That's
Yeah.
a big help. We've
Rudolph's
done that.
nose actually acts as a deflector dish as well, but just in case any particles in the air
okay.
just want to,
Yeah.
run into them at that speed, it could be
Okay.
a disaster. So
All right. So we've solved
got it
that
covered.
one.
Got it covered. Yep.
Excellent. Thank you. So I like a contribution. That's great.
Yep.
So now
All for
this
the cause of
actually means
science.
that Santa would travel fast enough to experience time dilation.
Oh.
Where,
Whoa.
according to
Yes.
Einstein's theory of relativity, time actually slows down
Yes.
for an object the faster it moves. Okay.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
here's another advantage. This means that Santa actually have even more time to deliver presents, right? So 32 hours plus the extra time he's
Plus the
gained
time
by
dilation.
traveling faster
Yeah.
than
Exactly,
the speed of
yeah.
light.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely.
Wow.
And as a bonus for Santa, it means he also ages more slowly
Oh.
than the average person as well.
Okay.
No
'Cause
wonder
he's
he's
very
been doing
fast.
this for
I
so
see that.
long. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. And
Oh,
yeah, no
wow.
wonder he looks the same. Like he
Yeah.
hasn't aged.
Yep. He hasn't
Yeah,
aged every
exactly.
year. He hasn't aged a day. Yep.
Every time we see Santa,
Yep.
looks the same.
It's
Yep.
the
Because
same.
of
Exactly the
this time
same.
dilation.
Yep.
So this guy,
Whoa.
so that's how he does it basically. He's traveling faster than the speed of light. He's got one of those drives, heat deflection, all of that.
All of it.
So there you go. We've just let you know how he delivers all the presents in all of that
Wow.
in 32 plus hours. And you're right about the jet lag. I mean, imagine that.
It'd be terrible. Yeah. Like
Yeah.
That is
32 hours plus time dilation. I'm telling you, the guy needs 12 months to rest before doing it all over
Yeah,
again. It's-
exactly.
Oh,
But
definitely, yeah.
anti-aging is
Yeah.
a real bonus.
I can
like
imagine he gets home to Mrs. Claus. You know, she makes him a nice
Yeah.
cold lemonade.
Yeah.
And he's
Yeah.
like, boy, have I had a day, Mrs. Claus. You know,
Yeah.
sits down,
She's
takes off
older,
the boots.
he's still younger because
Yeah.
he's travelled, she hasn't.
That's right. Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
poor thing. Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
But maybe she
okay.
goes on the sleigh with him.
Yeah.
Well, she has to, wouldn't he?
Yeah. Or
We
there's a
know
time
really
dilation
that-
field around the around the North Pole
Ah,
to,
yeah.
so that they get
Agree.
to enjoy, being the same age together. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there we go. So that's the physics of how Santa does it. You're
Hmm.
welcome.
That's really good.
Nice,
Can you
nice.
imagine when they met, they were courting, going to a nice restaurant somewhere, and then, she says, so what do you do for a living? And he's like, well, you're not going to believe this. And I don't mean to sound presumptuous, but should we get married, I really want you to know what you're getting into. 'Cause, I actually spend 32 hours a year plus time dilation
Yeah.
delivering gifts to 620 million kids.
Who
or
wouldn't
whatever it
want to
is.
marry a time traveler? Like, you
I
know,
mean, it's a
Oh.
pretty unique, he's a pretty unique catch is all I'm saying, right?
That's true.
exactly.
Yeah.
The
That's
only
true.
one in the world who does it,
Mm.
maybe apart from Doctor Who. But
Yeah. And,
Well, yes.
and if
yes.
you do marry me, I hope you've got a good jacket because I actually live in the North Pole.
yeah.
The
And you have
reception's
to be
really
able to
good
cook.
there. Yep. I've got Starlink
and
internet, so
cook.
don't worry. You'll get it. Yep. So you get all
Yeah.
the Netflix you want. It's okay.
And lots of reindeer, which comes
Yeah.
up, everyone loves a
reindeer,
reindeer.
Talking
Which
penguins.
brings me to the next. Yeah.
Yeah, and look, we may not have children, but I do have a lot of elves. So
Yes.
you will have,
They're little.
even when I'm gone, you will not be wanting for company, I promise you.
That's right. You might get slightly annoyed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So why don't we talk about the pet reindeer?
Let's
Okay.
do that. Let's do that.
Wow.
All these pet reindeer. So, can I just let you know that, we know about Rudolph, okay? We all just assume that Rudolph's a boy, right?
Oh, I hadn't.
Can I tell you something?
Go on.
Santa's reindeer would actually have to be renamed as females.
Okay.
So Rudolphina, maybe.
Rudolpha, yeah.
Because Rudolpha.
Yeah.
Maybe because all male reindeer actually shed their antlers in winter.
Oh.
So if all the
Oh.
reindeer, in fact, have antlers as depicted in pictures and movies, etc.,
Yeah.
then it's actually ladies
the
doing all
girls.
the work.
Ah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah. So
never knew that.
it's lady reindeers.
Right.
Reindeer, sorry. Yeah.
That's
So
Wow.
what
mind
about?
blowing.
Yeah, there you go. New
Yeah.
fact. We got to do the fact checking. We got to get these things right.
Yeah.
So-
Dasherettes.
But why is Rudolph's or
Donna would be
Rudolph's
Donna.
nose red?
No,
Huh?
Donna and Blitzen. D-O-N-N-A.
Yeah.
D-O-N-N-A now.
It's actually
Donna.
Donna.
Yeah.
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 Oh,
there you go.
wow.
Yeah. Anyway, so
I'm loving
why
this topic, yeah.
why is Rudolph's nose red? Did you know that reindeer actually have 25% more blood vessels in their noses?
Ah.
Whoa.
And this actually helps them to regulate their body temperature. So in the freezing cold,
Ah, right.
and even if they
Mm.
overheat, right? So in the winter, their noses are actually red they are actually red,
Mm.
okay?
Oh.
As the blood vessels help them to warm up the cold air to prevent their cute little noses from freezing in the biting temperatures.
So
So-
Oh.
Rudolpha must be like 100% then to be that bright.
Yes.
It must be
She's
Oh,
a really cold
wow.
girl, and
Yeah.
so blood vessels.
super hot nose,
going.
nice and bright.
Oh,
I
Yeah, blood
wish,
pumping through the body.
yeah, I wish my little dog Luna had that instead of the cold nose that I get on my feet in the
Oh,
morning. You know what I mean?
no.
Just saying, yeah.
At least you don't have a piggy snort of my little pug. Anyway. He just snorts at me.
I got the
Snorts
nose, you got the
fluidly.
snoring, with your dog,
I got the little piggy,
The little piggy
Anyway.
snore,
So another thing about reindeer, Rodolfo and her friends, I just want to let you know, actually, they can't fly. Okay, so not sure how we're going to fix that one.
I'm sure
Unless-
Santa has the technology.
I have seen movies where they use flying dust, like they sprinkle dust on them. So that's obviously how they do it. But
because this
other
is
reindeer,
hang on, because this is a science podcast, it's more scientific than that, all right? It's actually because Santa has little anti-gravity boots for them. That's how it works.
I
Yeah.
like
Makes
that,
sense.
yeah.
Makes sense.
Yes.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
I mean, some of them, they could have rocket jetpacks too. I think that would be cool.
Totally possible that they have rocket jetpacks. Yeah, the whole lot. Yeah. Yep.
And then
Wow.
with all the warp speed and everything.
The old guys
Anyway,
figured it out. Don't worry.
What a fun ride that is.
Mm.
All right.
So,
Reindeer, like without all the gizmos, they can't actually fly, but they can float. Did you know that?
oh, no. Okay.
Reindeer have 2 coat layers, and one of them is made up of hollow hairs that trap in the air.
Oh.
And this allows them to keep nice and warm, and also, as a bonus, provides buoyancy so they can go have a float, after their reindeer running around the globe.
Yep.
They can go for a nice swim and just float and relax for the rest
Oh.
of the year.
Oh, wow.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I could only do that in
How
the Dead
cool.
Sea. Not to boast, but I have floated in the Dead Sea. But I can...
Now, we were talking about lights earlier. Let's have a few facts about lights,
Let's go.
okay? So Thomas Edison invented the Christmas lights in 1880. Before this, people would actually use candles on their dried out trees,
Bit dangerous.
okay, to light up their trees.
Mhm.
And
Oh,
sometimes
jeez.
the trees
Oh,
would
yes, yes.
actually light up,
Yeah.
okay?
Yes.
Bit
And
more
turn
light
into
than
a
you
massive
bargained for.
candle.
Yeah.
All
Then
right?
the house would
So
light
Thomas
up.
Edison's
Yeah.
like, I'm going to solve this. Here's some little electric lights that you
Yes.
can put on your tree
Yep.
that will not burn your tree.
Mm.
All right.
Yeah.
So,
Because then the
Now,
house would light up,
talking
and then the
about
street
those-
would light up. Then the whole suburb, and then it's a bit out of control.
festive
Yeah,
in the
too
wrong
festive.
way.
Not the festive we asked for. Yep.
No, not the way we like.
No, no.
These are not the
Mm.
festivities we're looking for.
No,
You're welcome.
Definitely not.
You're welcome.
Definitely not.
exactly. So Thomas Edison, we know, is a
Yeah.
smart little boy. He was smart,
He's a smarty
man.
pants,
Sorry,
yeah.
smart cookie, and he came up with the string of lights go around your tree. Did you know that in 2007, physicists showed that for any cord longer than 2 meters, so you know how you get tangled lights like every year without
Oh,
fail,
yeah,
okay?
yeah.
Even if you wrap it one way,
Unfortunately.
you're like, how does
Oh,
this get
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like, and then 12 months later,
yeah.
what? Did you decide to just have a bit of a
Yeah.
shuffle in there? What happened?
Had a party while I was
Had a party, yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. So in 2007,
yeah.
physicists showed that for any cord longer than 2 meters, knots are almost always likely to happen.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Now think about this. There's only one way for a string of lights to be untangled. So once it's tangled, there's only one way to get it undone. But there's about billions of ways to actually get tangled. So the
Mhm.
permutation of, ways it can get,
Of course.
it's just really lots.
Oh.
Just quickly,
So-
the only way to untangle them is to buy new lights. Okay, that's the only way. Yeah.
Do you know how I solved the problem this year?
What?
It didn't fail.
Don't put
this
them
was
away.
my
Leave them up for 12 months.
fail safe. Exactly. I left them up all year in my
Yes.
lounge room.
Yes.
Okay. Because the kids liked them so much. So we left them up, all 3 sets,
Yep.
and every birthday or whatever excuse we had,
There
we
you
put
go.
the lights on.
And
My
how
lights,
much less stress
without
is
fail,
there in your
did
life
not-
now because of that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. My lights did not get tangled this year. So
There you go.
I have
Yep.
solved that one for you.
There is one human being on this planet who is much happier than everyone else, and that's Caroline Knight, who did not put her Christmas lights away, and she is sitting there now relishing in that realization that she will not have to untangle her lights this year.
Exactly. I also don't have to put them up. One job done.
One
That's
job
it.
done. That's it.
Well, yeah. That's it.
Yeah.
That's unbelievable. That's a great idea, Caroline. That's a great
Thank you.
idea. That's
Caroline
I thought it
Knight,
was
you
pretty
are
smart.
you are the earliest person to prepare for Christmas this year in the whole world.
I am.
In the whole world.
I am.
Yeah. Congratulations.
I'm very proud of
You
that.
heard it
fact.
first
Thank
on the
you.
Catholics of Oz, everyone. We've got
Yeah.
the world
Yeah.
record breaking person right here.
Yes, exactly.
right,
And
that's right, that's
I'm
right.
very pleased to be able to help other people with that suggestion.
That's right. Oh, you've just
Just have your Christmas lights make them multi-purpose so that you can use them through the year. You can use them for birthdays, Easters, anniversaries, well done, whatever
Yep.
you want. Keep them
Exactly.
up there.
You've just improved
Disco
mental health around the
parties.
world. Yeah, by 10%.
Yeah,
Well
parties,
done.
yeah.
Well
Yeah.
done.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and if
So
the
there you
Socceroos
go.
get through the knockout stage, you can
Oh,
Yeah,
I
I'm
wish,
going to
I
flick them
wish.
on tomorrow because surely they're going to win. So,
Yep. Yep. I hope so. Yep.
Yeah.
Green
all right.
and
Well,
gold
there
lights.
you go.
Yeah.
I hope that was fun.
That was awesome. I love
Very
that. Yeah. Yep. That's
I'm
very
just
good.
mind blown about Santa going like the Flash. As
Yeah.
like
He's a
everything just
time
sort of
traveler.
slows down.
Like the Flash.
Wow.
Yeah, it's
Wow,
like
that's
Interstellar, the
incredible.
film, you know, just, that time
Wow.
dilation
That's
problem.
it,
Yeah.
That's it.
Very good.
Whew,
I really like that. Yep. Sorry, I'm just still trying to work that out. Yeah.
And the question is now this: once we colonize to other planets,
Mm.
now Santa will have to
Oh.
go like,
Nah.
whoa.
Nah, he's
Oh,
going to
my
have to
God.
outsource. He's
This
going
is
to have to
how it's going to
outsource.
happen. This
Yeah,
is how
yeah,
it's going to
yeah.
happen.
Okay.
Multiverse.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
He
okay,
can
that
do
makes sense.
the
Yeah.
same thing at the same time in different universe, but
Mm-hmm.
he does it all at the same time, and it's all happening at the same time in different,
Okay.
dimension type things. And
Yep.
yeah, there
Yeah.
you go,
Okay,
making it
let's
be
do that.
more than
Try
one
that.
of him. So
Okay.
There you
helps
go.
himself.
Fair enough. Yep.
Yep.
Figure that one out.
Yeah.
There you go.
Oof.
Well,
Wow. Oof.
thank you, Caroline, for sharing. I mean, that's some awesome Christmas science right there. And I reckon you've got to share this one with your kids, everyone. Let them know how much work Santa actually does to bring them their presents every year. They need
And
to
actually,
know.
one of the links I'm going to send has a nice video that explains a lot of
Excellent.
this stuff in there, and it's
That's
really
great.
fun. So
Uh,
it's good for the kiddies to watch.
yeah. Well, thank you for that, Caroline, and everyone else. We hope you enjoy.
Let's Science is brought to you by StarQuest Media and is a fortnightly podcast that brings you the scientific wonders of our universe from a distinctly Catholic point of view. For more from Caroline, Lindsay, and friends, listen to the StarQuest show, Catholics of Oz. Find links from today's show at sqpn.com/science and find the Catholics of Oz at sqpn.com/Oz. Be sure to follow the show in Apple Podcasts, Google Play, wherever you can find podcasts, or on the SQPN YouTube channel. The generous donations of our patrons at sqpn.com/give make it possible for us to continue Let's Science and all the shows at StarQuest, which makes our nonprofit mission possible. You can join them by visiting sqpn.com/give. Join us next time for more scientific wonders, and thank you for listening to Let's Science on StarQuest. Hi everyone, this is Dom Bettinelli, CEO of StarQuest, with a special message as we approach the Christmas season. This past year, the StarQuest network has continued to expand our mission of exploring the intersection of faith and pop culture through our many entertaining and informative programs. Now we need your generous financial support to keep producing the shows you love and to reach new audiences with more of the life-changing and uplifting programming we've been creating for more than a decade. That's why it's very important that we hear from you this Advent and Christmas, the time when nonprofits receive most of their support for the year. If you are already a supporter of StarQuest, we thank you and ask you to prayerfully consider increasing your support at this time. If you're not yet a supporter, please become one now. Every gift counts. Could you give $15 or even just $10 per month? Whatever level of support you can offer, please show your support for SQPN this Christmas. And remember that your gifts are tax deductible. Just go to sqpn.com/give. That's sqpn.com/give. May God bless you this Advent and may you have a blessed Christmas season.